is Carlos Alcaraz, the next big thing in tennis. It is poetically appropriate that the man who took the French Open throne from Rafael Nadal spent his youth running home to watch his idol, compatriot, and previous chief of the Red Dirt, Rafael Nadal, lift the trophy. Carlos Alcaraz won his maiden French Open trophy by beating Alexander Zverev in the final in 5 sets on court Philippe Chatrier. Alcaraz, at 21, made history by becoming the youngest man to win Grand Slams on all 3 of the sport's surfaces, following his Wimbledon and US Open titles. Alcaraz had come into the tournament with doubts over his fitness. He had missed the Italian Open due to an injury he sustained to his right forearm, arrived in Paris with barely any matches under his belt, and saw out the French Open with an arm sleeve. Despite all of this, he leaves Paris with the Coupe des Mousquetaires. The influence of the Big Three is waning. Nadal fell to eventual finalist Zverev. Despite Djokovic's efforts, injury forced his withdrawal, and Roger Federer retired in 2022. A gaping hole has been left in the center of the sport, and none seem more prepared to fill it than Alcaraz. In clinching his 3rd Grand Slam, he followed the footsteps of his childhood hero Nadal, who was dubbed the King of Clay for his 14 French Open championships across his illustrious career. He may have 13 more championships to claim to equal Nadal, but the youngster has time on his side. If Alcaraz wins any of the 2025, 2026, or 2027 Australian Open titles, he will become the youngest man to complete a career Grand Slam, winning all 4 majors. By the looks of it, Alcaraz will achieve this feat sooner or later. Djokovic holds the record for the greatest number of men's Grand Slam singles titles with 24, while Nadal sits next on 22 and Federer 2 further back on 20. However, Djokovic won his first major at the 2008 Australian Open when he was 20, while Federer did so at Wimbledon in 2003, aged 21. Alcaraz picked up his first aged 19 at the US Open, and the world has been at his feet ever since. Alcaraz is miles away from achieving Djokovic's once-in-a-lifetime record, but he hopes to catch the Serbian maestro someday. Hopefully I'll reach the 24, but right now I'm going to enjoy my 3rd one, and let's see in the future, Alcaraz said after winning the French Open. Like Zverev said after the final, Alcaraz, in his short career, has already achieved Hall of Fame-like status. After the Big Three, tennis's future looks in safe hands, and Carlos Alcaraz, the young one from El Palmar, is destined for greatness. The new King of Clay seems like a hyperbole, but if not, maybe the Prince.